ulikuwa mwaka mgumu. Kampuni yenu ilifanya vyema. Ilifanya vyema zaidi. Ingawa kulikuwa na exit kampuni ambayo tulikuwa tunauza na itaongea nayo ambayo hatukuweza kukamilisha tarehe 31 mwezi wa March mwaka huu, lakini nafurahi kuambia kwamba tulikamilisha hiyo transaction mwezi wa September. Kama tungekamilisha by 31st March, faida ya kampuni ingeongezeka katika 42%. Na hiyo delay ilitokea kwa sababu ya zile changamoto tulikuwa nazo za siasa mwaka ambao uliopita. Jambo la pili ni ya kwamba tumewekeza sana katika idara ya real estate, na kwa sababu ya hizo changamoto, ile ongezo kwa dhamana ya hiyo rasilimali ilikuwa ndogo kuliko mwaka uliopita kwa bilioni zaidi ya 3. Na kwa sababu hizo sababu mbili, ndio maana faida ya mwaka ambao uliopita, mwaka ambao tunaangazia leo, ilikuwa mdogo kushinda mwaka ambao uliopita.
However, in spite of that situation, the body will be recommending the payment of the dividend of 1.20 shillings per share. You will agree with me that it is commendable for management to be able to recommend a dividend in spite of that very challenging environment. And I'm sure you will welcome that particular development.
If you recall, when we were paying a dividend of 40 cents, we had very few shares. We had about 300 million shares outstanding. So the total dividend that we were paying at the time was about 120 million. Now the dividend that we are currently paying is 800 million shillings. We want to work on increasing that dividend by progressively reducing the debt, and it was necessary for us to take that debt so that we could make the investments that we have made. Had we not made those borrowings, we would not have the assets that we have today. Now that they are generating a yield, the intention is to pay down that debt, and the source of the repayment of that debt is going to be from the exits that we're in the process of making. So our expectation is that you should see an improved dividend in the coming years.
Your company has done reasonably quite well in the circumstances. As you can see on the chart on your left, the company's total assets are up by 7% on the year, closing at 66.1 billion shillings. And as you can see on the chart on the right, the net asset value per share increased from 67.3 billion in the prior year to 73.2 billion. Again, I need to mention that this very good outcome was in spite of a very difficult environment for most of the companies, not simply for this particular company.
I have never left Centum. I feel more energized as I recover from my ailments to continue serving the company, and therefore I hope we will continue to lead. If you shareholders give me the mandate that I can continue helping to lead this company. As you know and you are aware, I've been involved with Centum for more than 30 years. And therefore, I understand it, I know what we should be doing, and we will look for greater performance in the near future.
Our focus now is to increase the dividend, but you can only increase the dividend by reducing the debt. We are currently spending about 1.7 billion shillings a year in finance costs, and the idea is to pay down the debt so that we can direct the money that is going into finance costs to enhancing the dividend yield. And we are going to fund the debt reduction from the exits that are in the pipeline. We have a number of exits at values that are significantly higher than the current value. And as we conclude those particular exits, we'll deploy those proceeds to pay down the debt so that we can then direct some of that cash to enhancing the dividend. That is going to lead to a strengthening of the Centum balance sheet, and also raising various third-party capital at the various project levels as we've done in the past. If you recall, this project is one example where we raised capital, equity capital, from other investors who came in and participated with us. So those are our near-term priorities. We are very confident about the prospects of your company. We are confident about the strength of the balance sheet of the company. And we see at time, as Dr. Kirubi mentioned, is that a lot of work has been done which may not be apparent on the various projects, and we're just about to take off. So I think you'll see improved growth in the coming years.
But this company is not simple about financial outcomes. You also want to make sure that it is a company which is well governed, which is adhering to the best practices in the industry. And you'll be happy to hear that over the past 2 years, management and the board has put a lot of efforts in ensuring that there's a full compliance with the Code of Corporate Governance practices as per the Securities in the Public Domain 2015. And to ensure that compliance is done, the following things have been accomplished. There has been a revision of the company's policies, of the board's charter and the committee's charter. There has been the appointment of 2 independent non-executive directors after a retirement of 3 non-executive directors in 2017, and that is in line with the code. It exists, which means that not less than a third of the board members should be comprised of independent and non-executive directors.
I am saying that after having seen the CEO introduce the leaders, Centum is a forest. Centum is a forest of proportions. Now, these lines they are running, when they mature, all these shareholders will be truly rich. And after having seen what these are, Group Chair, we have to say here and now that we all owe it to the members of staff of Centum.
This is one of the greatest management any company can have. And we are proud that the young people who work for us are very committed, and they are going to deliver what we've been waiting for in the years to come.
So let me conclude by saying that A, in spite of the challenging environment, your company's financial outcomes are quite credible, and I'm sure next year will be even better. Number 2, that your company is in very capable hands, that the governance systems are in line with the best practices in the world. I would even say with the best practice in the OECD. I want to add that also beyond good performance and being well governed, the company is always critical of itself and it keeps itself under review. Hence all those assessments on governance on the legal side to make sure that the company is obeying the law. And finally, that the company is a good citizen, as you could see in the last chart.
Sincerely, Group Chairman, after having taken this seat last year, we were quite happy that you accepted to be the chair of this group. You can see it has been audited by so many groups, qualified groups, and then it is declared healthy, and that makes us very, very happy. More so, a group that understands the shareholders' grievances. Last year, we did request that we are given gift vouchers because they're queuing out there to go and queue for those meals. For sure, I have never eaten that meat because I could have not managed. But today, I have that gift voucher. Group Chairman, I thank this board for answering that message, and we are truly happy. Second, that we truly have a dividend even during that hard times we understand last year.
And I want to thank God for the great gift of life for each one of us, and the great gift of life for our director, one of our directors, that is Dr. Chris Kirubi. And in a very special way, here is a message that I will want, I'll want him to read. Dear Chris, the meeting is incomplete without your presence. However, we thank God for the great gift of life, of your life. With sincere mind and humble spirit, we sincerely stand with and for you in prayers. It's our humble belief that you are going to get well soon. God is going to use your doctors through the medicine. Be optimistic that you will join us soon. Thank you for your strong voice and assurance that our company is doing well. Many thanks for giving this company a touch of quality and a taste of excellence. Sally.
I like personally, as I'm not going to be in this meeting today, to address and to thank the shareholders for coming to the meeting in Nairobi. I also like to thank them for being eminent shareholders for all those many years they have been with us in the company. And I would like to tell them that Centum is maturing. Centum has become a company that will play a major role in the economic development of this country. We have many plans in the coming years, and I would like to make sure that the shareholders who have been with us for a long time remain with us and continue to benefit as development of this company matures.
Members of staff of Centum, all workers, we know we have a vibrant management, that's for sure. The staffs are dedicated, that's for sure. And then a focused board that leads us. And that truly makes us happy. And all I wanted to say is congratulate you, group chair, and all the board members, and all the shareholders, that we are proud to be in Centum.
Well,